Hi dancers, my name's Gabriella Tooma and I'm a national and international dance judge. Some of the top dance competitions that I have adjudicated for, which you'll probably recognise, are the World Dance Championships in the USA, Star Power USA, and Showcase Dance Championships Australia. I've also judged for numerous other competitions around Australia and would love to give you some tips and tricks on how adjudicators score. Now these are tips and tricks that will help you on the stage as a dancer to perform your absolute best and to receive the best feedback possible. Here are my top 5. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button below so you can stay on top of my adjudicating hacks. Number 1. This specific one is probably the most important because it does accumulate the highest amount of scores. Technique. In order to really show that technique on the stage, that training foundation has to be there. And this comes from ballet. Keep taking ballet, guys. Keep taking ballet. Judges know within the first 10 seconds what your score will be within that technique range. It will not matter on the day. It will not matter how much effort you put in for that dance on the day. This is all time and effort that you put in as a dancer inside class and out of class. So make sure that you're really working on stretching those legs, stretching those feet, and really working that upper body and core as well. I'll break down this one a little bit more in another episode. Number 2, costume. Now this one doesn't actually account for that many points. If you're comparing two competitors, one with just a really basic leotard on the stage and another with the most glitz and glam on their costume, the points tend to range from about 5 to 10 points. And yes, points add up, but a beautiful costume ain't gonna win the prize. Number 3, overall presentation. Now this counts for me from the moment you walk in on stage to the moment you exit the stage. I can really tell those performers that are gonna be first place winners from the moment they come in, because they come in on that stage with such gorgeous presence and such an open, broad back. And you can tell they just want to be there and they're ready to perform the moment they step on that stage. And as judges, we really look for that. This also gets you ready for when you want to become a professional dancer. Why? Because on stage, you have to be show ready all the time. Even when you're off stage, you have to act professional. So make sure you're showing that on the stage. Number 4, stage presence. Guys, please use your face. You have to understand what the song is talking about. If you don't quite understand whatever song choice that the teacher picks for you, then ask them what the song is about so you can try and interpret that story on the stage. As an audience, we like to be entertained. We don't just want to watch you dance up on the stage if you're going to look bored and like you don't want to be there. So it's really, really important to show this on the stage and give that overall stage presence. Sometimes I see performers on the stage smiling in a song that's really depressing. And I know in my head that they don't actually understand what the lyrics are telling them. So make sure you double check with your teacher before you walk out on that stage. Number 1 pet peeve though of mine is doing too many of the same faces. I'm talking about the whole open face, or it's too much. Just tone it down a little bit, just a little bit. And we also want to see you having fun with the audience, especially if you're doing a song and dance, guys. Come forward to the front of the stage. Don't hide in the back. We need to be able to hear you, and we want to hear that voice project nice and loud out to the back of the audience. And lastly, number 5, choreography. If you don't like the choreography that your choreographer is giving you, then don't get another dance from them. I know for me specifically, I have really long arms and legs, so ultra fast choreography just does not suit my body type. So naturally growing up, my choreography would be quite different to my friend's choreography. Take advantage of guest choreographers as well. If you're on a budget and you can't quite afford that, then ask your teacher to create something a little bit different for you. Otherwise, if you can, then really go ahead and just leap on that opportunity. I can tell you there's nothing worse than watching the same routine at least 10 times on the stage. So really try to just differentiate all the different styles in your dance. And if you think that they're quite similar, tell your teacher, say, hey, I want something a little bit different, or maybe you choose your music and say, can we do something to this? As a performer, you have to have the final say in your music choice, and if you don't like it as much, you're the one that has to dance to it, so you might as well speak up. And judges like to see something different. If we see you come out doing the same routine again and again and again, we'll probably most likely hand that first place over to someone else, because it's the same piece of dance that we've been watching and we want to see you diversify. But at the end of the day, we're looking for something completely crystal clear, a performer who gives it their all, has really high energy on that stage, has wonderful technique. Doesn't matter how many pirouettes you do. If you're doing 6 pirouettes and you're on a flat foot, we're still not going to mark your technique up. We're going to keep it down. So make sure you're maintaining that high releve position, you're really stretching the underneath supporting leg, and that your arms are in a correct first position and they're not drooping down with elbows like this. If you'd like to hear some more, comment below on what you'd like to know. I hope these 5 tips have helped you guys. I will be doing more videos, so if you'd like to see some more tips and tricks, hit that subscribe button for me, like the video, and I'll see you in my next one.